The Chocolate Hills. Tagalog, Tsokolating Burol, are a geological formation in the Bohol province of the Philippines. There are at least 1,260 hills, but there may be as many as 1,776 hills spread over an area of more than 50 square kilometers, 20 square miles. They are covered in green grass that turns brown during the dry season. Hence the name. The Chocolate Hills is a famous tourist attraction of Bohol. They are featured in the provincial flag and seal to symbolize the abundance of natural attractions in the province. They are in the Philippine Tourism Authority's list of tourist destinations in the Philippines. They have been declared the country's third national geological monument and proposed for inclusion in the UNESCO World Heritage List. Description. Dark brown indicates the greatest concentration of the Chocolate Hills in the Bohol municipalities of Sagbayan, Batuan, and Carmen. Light brown indicates a lesser concentration of the hills in Bilar, Sierra Bullones, and Valencia. Historical marker explaining the geologic evolution of the area. The Chocolate Hills form a rolling terrain of haycock-shaped hills mounds of a generally conical and almost symmetrical shape. Estimated to be from 1,268 to about 1,776 na individual mounds. These cone-shaped or dome-shaped hills are actually made of grass-covered limestone. The domes vary in sizes from 30 to 50 meters, 78 to 164 feet high, with the largest being 120 meters, 390 feet in height. One of Bohol's best-known tourist attractions, these unique mound-shaped hills are scattered by the hundreds throughout the towns of Carmen, Batuan, and Sagbayan in Bohol. During the dry season, the grass-covered hills dry up and turn chocolate brown. This transforms the area into seemingly endless rows of Hershey's chocolate kisses. The branded confection is the inspiration behind the name. Chocolate Hills. Vegetation. The vegetation of the Chocolate Hills is dominated by grass species such as Imprata cylindrica and Saccharum spontaneum. Several compositae and ferns also grow on them. In between the hills, the flatlands are cultivated with rice and other cash crops. However, the natural vegetation on the Chocolate Hills is now threatened by quarrying activities. Origin. The Chocolate Hills are conical karst hills similar to those seen in the limestone regions of Slovenia, Croatia, northern Puerto Rico, and Pinar del Rio province, Cuba. These hills consist of late Pliocene to early Pleistocene, thin to medium bedded, sandy to rubbly marine limestones. These limestones contain the abundant fossils of shallow marine foraminifera, coral, mollusks, and algae. These conical hills are geomorphological features called cockpit karst, which were created by a combination of the dissolution of limestone by rainfall, surface water, and groundwater, and their subaerial erosion by rivers and streams after they had been uplifted above sea level and fractured by tectonic processes. These hills are separated by well-developed flat plains and contain numerous caves and springs. The Chocolate Hills are considered to be a remarkable example of conical karst topography. The origin for the conical karst of the Chocolate Hills is described in popular terms on the bronze plaque at the viewing deck in Carmen, Bohol. This plaque states that they are eroded formations of a type of marine limestone that sits on top of hardened clay. The plaque reads, "The unique landform known as the Chocolate Hills of Bohol was formed ages ago by the uplift of coral deposits and the action of rainwater." The plaque also makes reference to a fanciful explanation of the origin of the Chocolate Hills that is unsupported by any published scientific research, either Hilmer or Travaglia and others. When it states, "The grassy hills were once coral reefs that erupted from the sea in a massive geologic shift. Wind and water put on the finishing touches over hundreds of thousands of years." Cell.
Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share and hit the notification bell.